everybody, and welcome back to Pirated Ninja Productions. My name is Proteus, and this is episode 4 on the greenhouse. As you can see, I have made a little bit of progress since the last episode. I built up this... oops. Having a little trouble aiming my pick today, huh? There we go. This is a temporary ceiling so that mobs can't get in accidentally, because I have many villagers. So I built the farmer floor. I've got most of these partially or fully unlocked. I think that's the only guy who's fully unlocked. Most of the other guys are on expert. And then one guy around here, I have a little bit of a oopsie. He's just a journeyman because he wants a wheat, which is actually kind of annoying. Yeah, so this is doing quite nicely. I'm getting close to full up on a lot of these, except for the potatoes, which are getting very close to full up on everything. I still have many more villagers to bring in. All of these empty spots are for more farmers, including this one, but this one is going to be vacant for quite a while, as here is my output system for the bone meal to go back to the storage room, which I have not even finished designing in my head, let alone in creative or on the server yet. So it'll be a little bit. Right. What I do need to do actually is my shop. I shut down my shop because I ran out of supplies, and then I was going to renovate it. And then I didn't have time to redesign it in creative, and then I did have time to redesign it and still haven't renovated it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reopen the shop, but I need to I need a tree farm first. So what I'm going to do is I need to clear a space for the tree farm. And since my island is basically entirely covered in trees, I'm going to knock down all of the trees, and that should give me sufficient oak and birch for my shop, at least for now. But yes, the entire island, I'm going to deforest it. And I mean, as we all know, the best way to deforest an island is with a time lapse, right? All right, I'm gonna get to sleep, and then we're gonna start some chopping. And I am back. I have definitely not finished at all, as you can see by the massive amount of trees here. I did record on my camera account. The entire time lapse was done on there, but if I'm doing this right, then you should be able to see what the island looks like now. I've removed about half of the trees or so that are left, or that were left. So about half the island is cleared. For now, the half that's cleared is the half that we'll be working in for the next little while. I have plans to split the island in half, as it were. Well, half-ish. More like 2/3, 1/3, with this being the 1/3 and over there being the 2/3. But those plans will have to wait because I'm not ready for them. I need to build up my infrastructure before I start on the fun stuff. Not that this isn't fun. I've enjoyed working with villagers for the first time and not killing them constantly. Although I did actually have to kill a bunch of them at one point. But that's okay. I have my handy little villager drop chute now. Anyways. So the next step in this, oh yes, I did let's put down these shulker boxes here. So you can see what I'm working with here. Okay, so I've got 1.5 shulker boxes of oak logs, not even a full line of birch logs, and about half a shulker-ish of random junk, most of it saplings. Creeper did explode. Thankfully, I did not get caught in the blast, but I picked up some cobblestone from it. I found another bee's nest with 2 bees, I believe, maybe 3. I saw 2 bees go into it, so maybe a third was already in there. But that's good because I can if there's only 2, I can breed those 2 to get a third, so I can have 2 nests with 3 bees, because I do have another bee nest in those chests over there with 3 bees. It got me the total bee location advancement. And yeah. So the next step of this is to find the perfect location on the island for a tree farm. Yeah. I have no idea. Looking at the actual island itself, there's a few locations that in particular look good. Let's just give me a second to think about it. I believe I keep forgetting I have, you know, like legitimate flight in survival as well. So I'm thinking that somewhere in this area would be good, but there's just not enough space. So that may not, oh yeah, I forgot I need to finish raiding this area. Oops, not right now though. Could be a trident and I don't have a shield. So let's get up here. There we go. Nice overview of my domain. So I don't know how much I've explained because I forget many things, especially since it's been a while. But to reiterate, this is the farming building. It is done. It just needs to look. It needs to look better, but it is functionally complete, and the structure shape is mostly built. That over there is the trading hall. You can see the layout of one floor. So each of these pods with a sea lantern at the end is, except for the corners and this and that right there, those are all, each one is a pod for a villager to be set inside with their workbench and a window that I can get to so that they can be trading with me. Sorry. And So right now I have just farmers. I don't even have a full level of farmers yet. I am planning to fill just that one level with farmers, one level here with clerics, and then I will fill the rest with armorers, fishermen, probably not fishermen, but fletchers, weaponsmiths, armorsmiths, toolsmiths, and of course lots of librarians. I'm planning on having maybe 2 or 3 full floors of librarians. I want access to every single book that a librarian can sell me that I have a use for. So no curse of vanishing, curse of binding. I don't care about those. No quick charge or multi-shot or any of the crossbow enchantments because I don't really use crossbows. Oh look, I missed a spot. And it looks like I missed some trees over there. Shame on me. That'll probably be happening several times. I don't. It may have gone too fast for you to notice it in the time lapse, but there were several times where I missed a tree in a section and had to go back and chop it down again. But that's pretty typical of me. Now, so let me just quickly knock these down. There we go. 2 more trees to be fed to the infinite machine. Okay. I was in the middle of explaining my buildings. This building right here, that right now is just a very, very bad looking foundation, is going to be the farms building for auto farms. So things that don't require villagers like those farms. So things like pumpkins and melons and sugarcane and bamboo, and I don't remember if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else. Let me check. Sorry, I have to actually... Okay, so the buildings that I'm going to be building, yeah, so I've got the villager trading hall here. No, it's right there. The villager farm building there. Auto farms in here. Kelp was the one I was missing. So kelp, sugarcane, bamboo, pumpkins, and melons here. This middle building here is going to be my nether portal room, along with my storage building with multiple types of storage. I'm going to have silo storage. I'm going to have manual storage. I'm going to have some auto storage, of course, auto storage. I do like my redstone contraptions. And then this last one over here is going to be my XP farm. Well, another one. I am planning to try and build a useful version of the XP furnace storage. So I want each furnace to have a set amount of XP stored in it. I'm going to be using cactus. Oh yeah, cactuses needs to go over there too. Why don't I have cactus listed? Odd. So yeah, cactuses will be used to be the smelted material, and bamboo will be the fuel, because they're both infinitely generatable without any input from me. Just set and forget. They won't be, well, they won't be one tick farms for 2 reasons. One, they're not allowed by server rules because they're not very good for client performance and things like that. Also because they were broken in 1.16. So I can't use them even if I was allowed to. It wouldn't work. But that's okay. I don't need it to be a super high production thing because I'm planning on doing quantity. So this whole tall building is going to be fed by my farms, and there's going to be 2 or 3 floors of farms, and then a floor or 2 of furnaces, all with contraptions to detect how many items have been fed through them. Yeah, to detect how many items have been fed through them, to stop them from burning fuel at a certain level of enchantment, so that I can either come and get, like, oh, I don't know, my hoe is broken. I put mending on my hoe. My hoe is broken. I can come and replace it. You know, stuff like that. But that's of course going to be for the future. For now, I am going to go back up here and continue looking to see where a good place for a tree farm would be. Yeah, so it's actually several days later, and I have not done anything with a tree farm because I went away for the weekend and didn't get any work done at all. And then when I came back on Sunday, I got distracted. And we'll get to that in a minute. But I believe I've decided what to do with the tree farm, and I'm going to make a new tower. And that's going to be the tree farm. I'm thinking I'm going to put it either in between these 2 towers here, maybe slightly set back so it's like on this peninsula, or maybe on this part of the peninsula over here, or right over there in between those 2 towers there, which would mean I need to flatten out the land a little bit as well. Or, I know there's a lot of options, I might do it right here on this piece right here as well. And so yeah, it's just going to be a tower, and I'm going to have 3 levels. 1 for the nether trees, which will be in the lowest level, the basement. I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to call it. And then the middle will be the shorter trees like birch, oak, and acacia. And then the final floor, the top floor, will be jungle and spruce and the 2x2 trees. Alright. And as for what's distracted me, well, I need to go all the way to the nether to show you that. So let's step through the portal. Oh, another thing that's changed since the last time I recorded, we did update the server to 1.16.2, and thankfully, well, it wasn't at first, but now many of the mods that I use, mostly the inventory and graphic related ones, actually they're all inventory and graphic related, just to make the game a little bit more simple to use. But yep, and Optifine has updated as well. It's currently in a pre-release status instead of an actual final release, but it seems to work well enough. Unfortunately, like you see the enchantment on my sword, that doesn't appear in the overworld because of the shaders. I think that's something that will be fixed, because it worked in 1.16.1 with the same shaders. Either that, or I have to get the shaders updated, but I don't think they've been updated for a while. I did slightly change my Vanilla Tweaks texture pack as well. You can see the rainbow experience bar at the bottom. I added a couple other semi-related things. It's just taking too long, and I'm wasting rockets now. Alright, so here right? Nice, pretty nether tunnel, right? Wrong. So, what got distracting me on Sunday night is that we had an impromptu nether tunnel digging party. So all of the nether tunnels, all 4 of them, are dug at least out to the furthest possible player exit location, which at the moment the south, east, and west tunnels are dug almost to the end, while the north tunnel is quite a bit shorter because nobody lives really far north. So that's the biggest thing that happened. On the other side of that, I've started building this out a little bit, and that's part of the reason why we are here. Started building the hub a little bit more, and so it's just the bottom part of each, the bottom floor down here of each tunnel that's dug out. You can see it there, there, and there. Next step is to dig out this wall here, and these, and this wall here, and get the whole thing dug out and lined all the way down every single tunnel. So yeah, that's going to take a little bit. But once that's done, I can just put glass down on this level on every tunnel, and we'll be able to open up this portal for use. Because at the moment it's just kind of a pain to, oh yeah, let's go all the way up here. Oh, and then we have to take stairs down here, you know, that kind of thing. It's kind of silly to think. So we're not going to do that anymore. I did start over here. Didn't get very far, and it's not quite correct because the center path will be removed. But it's okay. The only issue we have here is, of course, that the hub is now accessible to mobs again. But hopefully we will be able to maintain a ghast-free environment until it's not too late. So I'm going to get some work done on the hub, and then I'll be back with you. I may have gotten a little bit carried away. I was intending just to do like the pathways here, and that was about it, but instead I built up an entire wall of the middle floor. This is what it's going to look like on each of the 4 sides once I'm done. At the moment it's just the east because it's the only one that has the tunnel actually partially dug out. So it's these sections here. So it's basically 4 sections. We've got the 2 larger ones, the 2 on the ends, which are the stairwell to go down to the bottom floor. And then we've got the center section, which is the tunnel, and above that the designation for which direction that is going in. So I'm hoping that it'll be nice and easy to see, oh hey look, that's a giant E, this must be east. For people who don't want to turn on their F3 all the time. Because I'm going to have east and west look like that, right? Yep. East and west are going to be warped wood themed, and then north and south are going to be crimson wood themed. So I have a little bit of the crimson already in place. And then this is what the center section is going to look like. It's basically just the 4 paths outlined, and then they have this warped wood fencing, which I think looks much better than the crimson wood with the nether brick. So instead of doing the themed, you know, having like this one stop and then go up that way, I just decided to keep it all warped. It looks better than having the 2 contrasting ones. And we've got some soul lanterns in here for a little bit of light, You don't need a ton because everything in here will be spawn proofed based off of spawning, not light level, because there are nether mobs that do not respect light level, and we can't have that. I did, unfortunately, miscalculate a little bit, so I had to change how the storeroom looks a little bit. Now we've got the stairwell crowding in. But that's okay. Once all of the project is done, the storeroom will be dismantled and moved. All the resources moved. So right here is there'll be 2 of these on each side for a total of 8. And they will come down here, and this layer of stairs is temporary because there will be blocks on this level. So I just put that there to remind myself that it's temporary. I also stopped the warped wood columns to remind myself that this is actually the end of the platform. So this is what it looks like from down here. It looks much more impressive up top. This just looks like a giant stone platform with a couple of random chests, which are full of some resources and they need to be moved. I will get on that as soon as I remember to. I think that's it for here. I still haven't finished designing what the bottom is going to look like, but the top, the mailboxes, and the roof is done as far as design. I just have to actually finish building all 3 of these sides and then build the top stairs, or the top level, and the dome roof. Square dome roof. Oh, you know what I did forget? I don't think I put in a way to get up. Oops, silly me. I think I need to put stairwells in to get to the top level. I'll have to go and take care of that in creative mode. For now, I'm going to end the episode here. In between episodes, I am going to work on the design of that tree farm that I talked about earlier, and I may or may not actually build the whole thing. I'm not sure. It really depends on how much time I have to play and not record between now and then. It's been... real life has a way of getting in the way of fun. So, yeah, that's going to be the end of the episode, so I hope everybody enjoyed, and I will see you later.